I think from next week, there will be a pressure on the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to remove Godswill Akpabio. Akpabio should be removed as the Senate president. Akpabio should be sacked, or Akpabio should be impeached as the Senate president. A lot of people will be asking, why are they going to impeach Akpabio, or why should they impeach Akpabio? Is he the most corrupt politician? I don't know. I know Akpabio is very corrupt even before his election into the 10th Senate. The EFCC was probing him. I don't really know what transpired. Immediately he became the Senate president, he fired the EFCC chairman. I don't want to go into that. A lot of people will also ask, why should the Senate impeach Akpabio? Is it because of the budget that Mr. President approved? Why can't you talk to Mr. President and ask for his resignation? That is not the problem. The reason why Akpabio should be removed is not just because of corruption, but because of insensitivity to what is going on in Nigeria. Why so many people are crying, why they are abducting children, why they are kidnapping people from around the country. The 10th Senate are there sharing money. They are sharing money, and the kidnapping incidents going on in Nigeria is never the talk of the day. I think the only thing the Senate should be discussing right now, including the Federal House of Representatives, that is the Green Chamber, is all about the insecurity. Because without security, you cannot talk anything progress in Nigeria. The investors will not come to Nigeria. How would they come when they see that in a classroom that has no roof, where children are going, and bandits came and abducted up to 300 children, and you are talking about investors and other things in Nigeria? No. So this is the reason why I want Godswill Akpabio to resign or let the Senate impeach him. When I look into the security budget, I cried. I'm talking about one of the major problems Nigerians are having today is insecurity. But the budget about security is nothing to write about. It is a sham. Well, I don't too blame them, because I don't just know what to say, because many things are not working. Even though you even put a lot of money on the security budget, people will still embezzle it. The soldiers are not fed. Now, I want to use this opportunity to thank the soldiers, because I have not heard about the Plateau incidents. We criticized them when that incident happened in December and the following and subsequent incidents that happened there. But ever since then, they deployed soldiers to Plateau State. We have not receive any ugly news that people were adopted and so on and so forth. So in other words, that is what they're supposed to be doing, and they are doing their job over there. But these people that are doing their job over there are still complaining that the food they are eating is not enough, that they are feeding them once in a month. This is a shameful thing. Whereas the Senate president is there embezzling our money, sharing our money. Tinubu released 120 million naira for them to buy bulletproof cars. After that, when they were going home in December, they released another 120 million. This is not all about their salaries. I mean the 15 million they are taking home every month. Then on the Senate floor, a revelation came out again that they are sharing 500 million, 250 million each. Why the people are suffering? And this money, they borrowed it. Why should the international community be borrowing Nigerian government money when they know that these people will just share the money, they will divide the money? Come on, think about this. So this is enough for us to campaign for Akpabio to get out of that seat. Because before we know, these people will destroy this nation called Nigeria. You know, in fact, Nigeria as a nation has been destroyed. Because this is nothing to write about. Nothing to write about. Absolutely nothing.
Right. I think Senator Abdul Ningi blew the whistle rather too loud for some people's ears. The honest truth is, I am not a senator, but I was ashamed that these are our representatives that have a prefix, distinguished. Well, they clearly distinguish themselves. That was a circus. That was disgraceful and shameful. These are our senators standing up and telling the world this is what we got. Each senator, do you like it or not? I did the math. Oh, we got 200. Oh, some people got 500. Oh, some people got 300. When millions of Nigerians go to bed hungry, our elected representatives are mourning on the floor of the Senate that this is what they got, this is what they got. Fellow Nigerians, there are 109 senators. Do the math. If each one of them gets about 250 million, it will be a total of up to 27 billion. Oh, constituency project. after they were given by Mr. President 164 million to buy bulletproof cars. So it is all about them, not the people that sent them there. I mean, this cannot continue. We, the people, are watching them. We are not proud of you. We are ashamed of you. And the Senate President, Senator Akpabio, is the most disgraceful I've ever seen. 21 billion to your constituency. A street light, a solar light was selling on the budget over 190 million. Borehole over 180 million each. Come on, people. This is not corruption. What is? If this is not corruption, what is? At a time when our people are dying of hunger, at a time when our children are being admitted with marasmus and kwashiorkor, at the time when millions of patients are abandoning taking their medications because they cannot afford it, our representatives are feeding fat on our Commonwealth. And then all of a sudden they're saying, oh, northern senators, southern senators. Yeah, but when they came to share, there was no north or south. Come on, people, we are fed up with you, our elected representatives. We're terribly disappointed. This cannot continue. We didn't send you to go and be divvying up our national Commonwealth when your people out there are dying. Well, I sent it to many senators. Well, what they did? Tell me what they did. Oh, some of them sent me, trailer loads of grains they are taking home. So, 64 years after independence, our people are turned into beggars. Like you see in Afghanistan, or northern Gaza, or Sudan, distributing grains. Distributing grains in this land of plenty. In this land of plenty. We have insecurity, we have poverty, we have hunger. Children are out of school. And you're here in Abuja distributing money, and we are surprised there is insecurity in this country. No country, no nation, no matter how powerful, will have peace with this much inequity. I've said it again and again. So our senators, we are terribly ashamed of all of you, and you should return that money. And my advice to the Senate President is to resign honorably and return that money. 21 billion to your constituency alone is what but inequity.